You're welcome. Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, representing the Kogi Central Senatorial District, was sworn in today during the plenary by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. The Court of Appeal had already confirmed or affirmed that she, on Monday, as a duly elected candidate for the Kogi Central Senatorial Election, which held on February 25, 2023, while dismissing the appeal filed by Senator Abubakar Ohere for lack of merit. Governor Yaya Bello of Kogi State on Tuesday that said that he accepted the appeal court's judgment affirming Natasha Akpoti as duly elected senator. However, ladies and gentlemen, Natasha Akpoti has rejected Governor Yaya Bello's congratulatory message. On Tuesday evening, she accused the governor of having attempted to kill her on several occasions, insisting that Kogi State governor does not know what democracy is about. It's a very, very serious allegation there, and it seems she's not accepting the olive branch. To do justice to this development in Nigeria's polity, we're joined tonight by Michael Toluhi. He is otherwise known as MLT. If you remove the T there, you put K, that'll be MLK. He's a political analyst. He joins us from Manchester in the United Kingdom. Michael, Lanre, Toluhi, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Kofi. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Can I call you MLT?
MLT, yeah, that was the name.
All right. Anyway, the appeal court, like we know, some time ago affirmed Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan as the winner of the Kogi Central Senatorial District election. It's a very controversial election that caught the attention of Nigerians before and during the election period. That court dismissed Senator Abubakar Ohere's appeal. For you, what is the significance of this ruling for the electoral process in Kogi State, looking at all that has happened in the build-up to the election, and how can this ruling help build confidence in the integrity of elections?
Thank you, my brother. You know, it's funny how people don't understand the concept of power. And they don't understand that in philosophy, they will tell you that there are three factors to getting things and getting things done, and the God factor in it. When humans decide to play the God factor, human decide, and then that same human is going towards doom. So that's what's happening. Senator Natasha has shown nothing but tenacity. I remember her coming into politics in 2018, and she went into APC because she joined APC. She has the right of association, joining APC. And I know like every other human that have ambition, which she has a right to do, she went into APC and wanted to go for Senate. And we know what happened between her and the governor, with governor giving her money, she rejecting, which she has, she too has confirmed, or she has alleged to being offered some money to the tune of 70 million, and she rejected because she felt she has what it takes. She has the intelligence, and she has the doggedness, and she has the exposure to represent the good people of Kogi Central. She don't forget one thing: Kogi State is the home of intellectual. I happen to be from the same state, so I'm from Kogi West. But look, we've seen ourselves, we pride ourselves to be people of highly intellectual people filled with a lot of endowment when it comes to human resources, and she has shown herself to be good. And this judgment, it just is something that shown that INEC probably, maybe because for some of us we still want INEC to be able to prove their words, to redeem their image in the last presidential election. And with these, because INEC has actually did a lot of things, and that is pathetic. But the judiciary, because the what I call it, the facts and the evidence were so glaring, because even though when we knew that there were a lot of malpractice of trying to paddle or to buffer election in places that they couldn't have buffer election, even having it, because even look, INEC leadership needs to be questioned, because we all know that there was a committee that was set up even before certificate of return was given, and the committee unanimously said Senator Uduaghan won the election, but Mahmoud Professor Mahmood rejected that. So I set up a committee when we were going to reject what the outcome would be or the report would be, and handed over the committee, handed over the statutory return to Harry, or what's best known to him. The judgment for the tribunal, look, because they went to the to the election petition tribunal, she won, and at the appeal court she won because she really won.
Are you accusing INEC of? Are you saying INEC
her.
has been partial in all of this? Is that what you're trying to say?
Obviously, INEC has played the spoiler and been very partial. Because
what's your basis for that assertion?
Look, in March, in February when the election was held, look, there is a 7 days. Look, it is Nigeria electoral law. There's a 7 days before you present what they call it, certificate of return, and there was a paddle of 300 and inflation of 300 somewhere. And there was a committee, they actually sat down and they formed a committee in INEC, and the committee of INEC Electoral Commission, electoral, they call them register, or they call them electoral, whatever they call them, the leaders of electoral. And this guy, unanimously said Natasha should be awarded the certificate of return. Why Professor Mahmood refused to do that? So it shows that INEC was compromised somehow. INEC was part of whatever happened. INEC was partial. That partiality shouldn't be, because if you're an umpire, in a game, you shouldn't be seen to have a favorite or to be partial in your judgment. You must learn how to give everybody free hand. And we even saw what happened. Look, the whole thing, the whole charade that happened in this 2023 election. It's funny. It's quite funny. But you see, we are happy that we are having Kogi having a good daughter, a good person, a good daughter to go represent the good people of Kogi Central. And people will see that truly, Kogi, forget what you've been seeing about Kogi, forget what some people have made them, make their state look like. Our state is a home for genuine people of character, people of intelligence, people highly sagacious human beings. That is what the state has.
Okay, MLT, let's look quickly at the role of Governor Yahaya Bello in all of this. His name keeps popping up. I know that is because he's a governor of the state, but he's not contesting the election. He's not a party in this election. He's on his 8 terms as governor. This election was a close contest between Ohere and Akpoti-Uduaghan. Why does Governor Yahaya Bello's name keep coming up?
His name keeps coming on because I think he has a vendetta against Senator Natasha. And believe me, Senator Natasha has done nothing but proven that she's a true woman that has an African bite. Look, Senator Yahaya Bello just forgot, and is somebody that I call him somebody that had all the opportunity presented to him, and he became, and he does not, and he did not, and he still does not know how to manage this opportunity given to him. Then Governor Yahaya Bello became a governor with less than 500 votes. He was not even in the race. He became a governor by some natural order of things that happened. He became a governor in the first term. Look, he became a governor when the state was yearning for power chief. He became a governor from a region where people felt governorship cannot come to in Kogi as at that time. Not just becoming a governor, that's just one of the factors. He celebrated his 41st birthday as the governor in Kogi State. He was in the government house when he celebrated his 41st birthday. So he was a youth, you see, in a young person, not a youth, but a young person. So he had a lot of things to prove that yes, other region minus Kogi East can produce a governor. A young person can rule a state and perform well. We saw what Donald Duke did in Cross River as a young governor. But what did Yahaya Bello do? He became arrogant. He became power drunk. He allowed power to get to his head. He even termed himself white lion. You see, that is where you see people when human beings are terming themselves some funny names. And that's what he did in the election. He wasn't contesting. Yes, but he felt he should. He needs to prove a point. He wants to claim he's in charge of a particular region of the state, and he did all he did. We saw what he did. We saw what he did even days to the election, hours to the elections, where he went and excavated the road leading to Natasha's house. Look, Senator or former Senator Ohere was not empowered to go and do that. It was the governor that went that because the governor wants to cross the position in Kogi State. He does not want to see somebody with a divergent voice or a designing voice. Anybody that opposes his policy, he tried to seek to destroy at all costs. And that was what the things he moved against Natasha. And he moved even against every other person in the state. If you remember in 2019 gubernatorial election, which was his re-election, even the candidate of other political parties couldn't even campaign in Kogi Central. He wouldn't let them campaign in Kogi Central because he's that power drunk. So it wasn't about anybody contesting anything against APC in Kogi. He's contesting against Ayabelo because he has seen himself as the emperor of the state. He does a lot of things that are really, 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 really uncalled for and really, really shameful because you see when you are looking for agitation, or when you're agitating rather for a power shift, he's not just getting power, not just young people getting power, not just other people getting power. Okay. It's about what do you do with the power.
MLT.
I was expecting him, a young man that became a governor, I was expecting him to come and show people that, yes, young people can do well.
All right, Toluhi, Michael Toluhi, having said that, interesting walk down memory lane and your commentary on the 8 years of Yahya Bello, and indeed you took us down memory lane with that action of excavating the road leading to Natasha's place. But on Tuesday, Yahya Bello accepted the appeal of the appeal court's verdict rather, and he congratulated Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan. He emphasized in that congratulatory statement the importance of democracy. You know, even calling on the people of Kogi Central, you know, where he comes from, to be law-abiding or remain law-abiding and accept the judgment. Even saying that Akpoti-Uduaghan and the man who lost the seat, Abubakar Sadiq, are relatives, you know, so there's no need to quarrel. But Akpoti-Uduaghan has rejected that congratulatory message, you know, criticizing Yahya Bello for using the term beauty of democracy, that this is the beauty of democracy in the context of alleged violence and disruptions. What's your take on this? Because some could argue it's politics, and that's what politicians do. It's a game they're playing. After everything, whoever wins the game, you win. There's no, you know, no love lost, or rather, there's no ill feeling.
It's politics, yes, but that's not the politics Kogi was known for before the advent of Yahya Bello. You get what I'm saying? Kogi politics is a place where you see people play the game the way it should be played. Game of intellectuals, where you outsmart with moves and strategy. Look, I don't blame Senator Uduaghan for not accepting his so-called olive branch, as you might want to call it. He has no option but to accept it. According to the electoral law, it can only stop at appeal court, and appeal court has given judgment. The last time I checked, he's just the governor of the state. He does not have power over what happened in the national, so he couldn't have said he's not going to accept it because they didn't say they should do a rerun. They said she should be awarded that certificate of return. So he had no option but to accept it. So him saying he accepted it, he had no option. So he should not tell us that he does not have any option. If he's a true Democrat, or if he's a true Democrat that wants politics to be played the way it should be played, would he have gone and do all those stuff he did against the president of the senator or against opposition in Kogi State? Look, we don't want to go there because if you want to start talking, you might not want to just, you weep on my dear state, because the man has turned the state to, look, even in a military dictatorship, it wasn't done that way. You need to understand what's happening in Kogi. You wanted to do election, you went and you dug a ditch around the house and you call it politics? Or somebody you went looking for, there's nothing you didn't want to rob. Look, some time ago, there was a time, during last year, they robbed and was trying to rob her in being a terrorist or not being a terrorist. We all remember all these things. Thank God she cried out. Thank God she had her backing. And they would have done that. Is that the politics he made? If he had made politics that way, would he ever become a governor? So these are the things. So when he's not saying he's congratulating and he's welcoming, oh, come on. We all know he really does not have an
But
option. If he has an
MLT, you
option
know,
or if he
they
has
say
something
that
to play, he won't do that.
Sorry to interrupt there, but they say that, all is fair in love and war, or in politics, it's a game. And after the elections, everybody goes back to their camp. Um, should Natasha be maintaining at this time now she's won the election, that anger, of what Yahya Bello did to her during the election? She accused him of attempting to kill her, endangering her life, and obstructing the electoral process in Kogi Central. But now elections are over. In order to lower the temperature in Kogi Central, should Natasha not be, even if she doesn't, accept the Abelos, but in the public, saying, okay, we accept it, we are brothers, let's move on, and I'm here to focus on representing the good people of Kogi Central?
Say, believe me, Natasha is very focused to representing the good people of Kogi Central, the good people of Kogi State, and the good people of Nigeria. She's focused. That's no doubt. And that I know, that she's focused. But she does not need to accept his fake apology or his fake fraternization. She doesn't want to fraternize. She's not hitting on politics. She just doesn't want to fraternize because there's nothing to fraternize with. Why would you want to fraternize with someone according to her that wants her dead? You see, she has a right. See, let us not form maturity and endanger ourselves. And the young lady does not want to endanger herself. The senator one does not, because all this thing the governor is saying and all that is so that maybe Senator Natasha will now said, okay, all right, we are good, we are calm. And he's saying all this because of the election that is coming. Because the election that is coming in, the gubernatorial election that is happening on November 11th, already losing his base to someone like Senator Natasha Akpoti is jittery. He is jittery and he's thinking, okay, how do we do? She is in the game too. So it's a game, yes, but it's not a do or die. Politics is a game, but no, it should not be a do or die. It should be a game where we judge all and we try to outsmart each other, one another, and we try to play strategy versus strategy. Not look, you need to know how election is being done in Kogi. Kofi, you need to understand how election is being done in Kogi. Last gubernatorial in Kogi, see, they were toppers on the air, opening fire on citizens of Kogi in gubernatorial election in 2019. Is that election for those that have lost their lives, for those, let's say for those that have lost family members, that have lost breadwinners, you now call them because the election is gone and say, now is the only breed, let us be friends, election, we are trying to outplay each other. Outplaying each other is not taking the life of each other, is not destroying property, is not endangering the life of others. We should bring it strategy to strategy. If it is strategy versus strategy, everybody will embrace after the election has been won and done.
Okay, all right. MLT, the elections have come and gone. The appeal court, which is a final court of appeal, the court of appeal rather, which is a final appellate court, has ruled, has given that election to Natasha. Let's look at the result, because there were some wards, polling units, where the candidates or the votes were not counted, and that's what the independent, the court rather, was able to correct. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think happened there?
I think that was what I was saying. Before they did their abracadabra, there are five local governments, right? In Kogi Central. And Senator Natasha Akpoti actually cleared 4 of them. Good margin. And they were claiming that they won in 1. And they were looking for a way to pad it. And when they padded it and they couldn't do the magic and it was glaring, they were not even smart. They were not even smart. Like I say, they are not smart. Intellectually lazy set of people can't rule. And that's just it. And they did all that. The numbers were not adding up. Because the numbers were not adding up. Because you cannot factor numbers that are not there. Senator Natasha Akpoti is loved by our people, and they came out en masse for her and they voted for her with over 51,000 votes, which is impressive, knowing what is happening in Kogi and knowing what happened in the last election, in this last election. And they're not claiming that these numbers that they had, where did they get the number? Because you need to understand how many people were registered to each polling unit in each ward, in each local government. How many people actually collected their PVC? How many of them were accredited for the election and for the voting of that day? These are the things. So you cannot say because you have 300 people in a polling unit or you have 30 people in a polling unit and just 20 took or just 10 collected their PVC and 8 did accreditation on the election day, they are going to go right 30 because you just want to win. You see, it is a shame that if you are a sitting government, a sitting party in the affairs of the state, and in an election, you could only be trying to rig. It is a shame because if you have done well, you shouldn't even be bothered.
But MLT, how was Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan able to convince the tribunal that she won? Because you look at the fact that you had about nine polling units in Ajaokota local government area where the tribunal chairman said that Ohere's results were inflated. So they had to do the corrections, and of course, Natasha therefore came out with 54,074 votes as compared to Ohere, who had garnered 51,291 votes. So how was she able to convince the court, that to be able to make this correction?
The love of the people, her love in the heart of our people. They love her. So the people were out there counting and guiding their votes. So when the votes were done at the polling units and they were signed and was uploaded in the IREV and wherever it's uploaded, people have pictures of this, of the result sheets. They have pictures, they have proof that this is what is on ground, this is what we have, before they are trying to change it and they don't want to use that. But people have it. They have it when they were signed, they have it pictorial and recorded. So it wasn't about Photoshop, it was about what is there. And some of them even went on live with it. So people had the proof. So when is the burden of proof. And so by the time she got to the appeal, she could prove her case beyond reasonable doubt with evidence. Not them say in the local parlance like we want to say. Right. She had their proof, she had them signed and documented. So if they are now saying, where did I got there that is not signed, where did they get it from? Where were they got it from? Do you understand, Kofi? That was what happened. She had proof. And this boils down to the fact that her people love her because she has touched their lives.
Okay. All right.
That's what politics is all about.
MLT, we have to leave it at that.
In a positive way.
Yeah, we have to leave it at that. Kogi State is preparing for an upcoming governorship election in some days' time. We hope that the electoral process will be free, conducted in transparent and peaceful manner, so we don't have these issues coming up. Thank you very much for your time. Michael Lanre Toluhi, a political analyst who is in Manchester, UK. MLT, it's been a pleasure having you.